Tony D and Little Joan with Screenwriter's Rant on Drive-Away Dolls, starring Matt Damon and Pedro Pascal. It's a comedy movie about two girls trying to get to Tallahassee. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 11, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. I'll be at the LBI Book Swap tomorrow at 2, and I hope to see you there. It's in Beach Haven. So this movie is written by Ethan Coen and Tricia Cook. So that's a big plus, Ethan Coen. It's about two girls, and I think they're dating. I'm not sure. They're both lesbians. It's a whole lesbian club opening scene. I think they're an item, although they may become an item by the end of the movie. I'm not sure. Anyhow, something happens at the club. I think one of them gets punched. And their lives aren't going great, so they decide to go to Tallahassee. It's got a bit of a Coen Brothers sort of feel to it. Not totally, but a little bit. The thing I like about this trailer a lot is it seems to be very focused on the characters. And it has a good plot. So the basic plot, and it's very basic, but it's solid for a comedy. They go to rent a car, and the guy rents them the car, but he mistakes them for two gangsters who are supposed to pick up a car to go to Tallahassee. And it's got the MacGuffin in the trunk, and they're not supposed to have the MacGuffin, so the gangsters come after them, and hilarity ensues as they discover the package and then try to escape, and then eventually try to negotiate with the gangsters, and then eventually, I guess, the gangsters go to the cops, or they go to the cops, and the gangsters are captured. So, Matt Damon is in it. I don't know why. There's weird stuff going on with Matt Damon. So, Drive Away Dolls is the name of the movie. So, first act. Mysterious package. Guy is killed over it. I believe that's Pedro Pascal who is murdered. The girls are not living their best lives. They're in the lesbian club, not having a good time. Or Jamie's having too good of a time. Miriam is not having a good time. They both decide they have to get the hell out of Dodge and go to Tallahassee for some reason. Probably one of them has a relative or a job there or whatever. So they go, and again, I'm not sure if they're an item or not. They pick up the car. It's got the MacGuffin. Second act, the gangsters realize the MacGuffin's gone, and now they're after the girls. They discover it in the trunk. They look inside. Now, here's the one thing I'll say. I hope it's not Pulp Fiction, where we never get to see the MacGuffin. That's so annoying. That's so annoying. Because Pulp Fiction already did it, and I'm sure it's been done in another movie, and come on. We're just supposed to wonder what it is. Oh, it's a thing. It's an important thing. I mean, I guess you can do that again, but it seems kind of cheesy since it's been done so famously in Pulp Fiction, but I'll get past it. So eventually they, this is their cop friend. The gangsters come to question her, and she beats them up. Eventually they decide they're going to negotiate with the gangsters, and so at the end, either they negotiate with the gangsters and get some money and escape, or they're captured by the gangsters, and then, I don't know, the cops save them, or they save themselves. I don't know. Something happens at the end, but it's positive. The girls live, and it's all good, I assume. It doesn't seem bad. I kind of like it. I am mildly suspicious of it. Only because, so many movies they go woke for no reason. And they're at least smart enough now, they cut out the woke stuff in the trailer. And then, you get into the movies and you get some sort of lecture. But doesn't appear to be that way, and it is one of the Coen brothers. I assume it's the same Coen brother, Ethan Coen. So I like the emphasis on character. They seem to be interesting characters. The two girls are very different. They have different personalities. Jamie on the right is very laid back, kind of loose, and Miriam's kind of uptight. So that's a good character dynamic. You know, I'm not sure why they got Matt Damon and Pedro. I guess to get people to watch the damn thing. But I think Pedro Pascal dies in the opening of the movie, and Matt Damon appears to be in it slightly more. The other thing I worry about is this going to be another movie where they just emasculate the male characters and then glorify the women characters? Because I wouldn't like that either. That would be annoying too. But beyond that, it looks okay. It looks quirky. I'm not laughing at it, but there's potential there. It's not as relatable, I think, because you've got two characters in a lesbian club, and on the one hand, that's interesting. I don't know that world. I'd like to see it, but since I have no frame of reference, if you try to do comedy in it, I kind of don't know what you're doing. I kind of don't know what to laugh at. Hollywood has this new demo, and it used to be 18 to 35 males that they would aim movies at. Now it's, I swear this is true. I've heard it more than once. I assume it's true. Now they say the demo is 21 to 40-year-old lesbians. So this would totally hit that demo, but is that a big enough demo to hit? I kind of think no. So I kind of think that will hurt the movie and hurt the comedy to some degree. It's almost a little too specialized in that respect. You know, you can, I guess, broaden the appeal and focus on, if they end up an item, it's not quite clear. I think they kind of do. You could focus on more universal themes like they're in love, and make it slightly bigger. You know, more of like a true romance thing with two girls. But it seems a little more low-key than that, which might work. I don't know. I'm torn. I wouldn't go to the theaters for this. Maybe at an art house thing, if I was dying to go to an art house movie and I didn't want to see something depressing, because most of the art house movies tend to be dramas or incredibly depressing and dark. But probably wait for VOD. Maybe hear some reviews of it. Make sure I wasn't, signing on for some stupid lecture in the middle of the film. But beyond that, it looks okay. Yeah, I like the emphasis on character. That's a huge positive. Even if it's kind of the kind of movie that wouldn't appeal to a broad audience, it could be very good in that respect, because the characters seem to be defined. The gangsters seem to be different. Hopefully they're not just grossly incompetent running around. And the girls seem to have their own personalities. So at least the script looks decent. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more base takes. I'll be in LBI at 2 p.m. The LBI book swap tomorrow, Saturday. If it's raining, I'll be inside the bookstore, which is a pretty big bookstore. If you haven't been there, it's pretty cool. Hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next one.